welcome. If you want to see how to add some at-home highlights to your hair for really inexpensive, then stay tuned. I will go over everything, how much it costs, and where you can purchase it at for really inexpensive, including if you had to buy the bowl and the brush and the bleach. You're looking at probably about $15 to do this if you have to buy everything. I did have a lot of the stuff, so I spent $9, but still that's really, I would say, pretty inexpensive to add, because I did like the whole top right here of highlights to your hair. So this is for hair from, you know, super short to maybe like this short, inch and a half, to about 6 inches. I wouldn't go much longer than 6 inches, so if you have layers that are about 6 inches long, this would be ideal for you. Hope you like this video, and subscribe if you're new, and you'll see more videos of do-it-yourselfs, not just beauty things, but like crafts and all kinds of things. So this is the first video of this channel. We also daily vlog, so if you're interested in watching our family on an everyday basis, I'll put the link below and you can see us there. Okay, the first step is to get out your color bowl and brush. I already had these, but if I did have to buy them, the brush is about 99 cents and the color bowl I think is $1.50 at Sally's. All the stuff I got was at Sally's. I figured that way it's stuff that you could actually purchase if you're not licensed. The next thing I got was a cap. Because my hair is short, I'm going to be using a cap. And it comes with, if you can see right there, a hook. Next, I got a 40 volume developer. Because my hair is so dark, I needed 40. And then I got a 12A color and some quick white bleach, which I already had. If I did have to purchase it, I would have just done a little packet if I wasn't, but because I do this professionally, I have a bucket. Okay, first you're going to need a comb of some kind. Take out any clips or elastics or whatever that you have in your hair. So I'm going to comb through the hair. I know it looks goofy and fluffy, but you want it loose so that it will easily come through the cap. You don't want any tangles in there or it won't go through the cap. In the cap bag, you'll have this. It's a little tiny hook on the front of it. I don't know if you can see that little hook. This is where you hold on to it. And then there's a cap. These were $1.39, so they're really inexpensive. This elastic part goes in the back. This little visor part, which I think is so funny that they put that on here for no reason, goes in the front, and you start it right in the front so it pushes the hair back. And don't get it stuck on your nose like me. And it is meant to cover the hair, and I know it looks ugly, but that's just part of doing a color. Make sure it's really right to like the hairline right there, and I probably want it a little more forward. Okay. It's okay if like the hair is sticking out the bottom. I'm actually not going to pull cap through there. I'm only going to do like the top and a little bit in the sides is what I'm lightening. So you can do every hole, which is like this one, this one, this one, this one, or you can do every other hole. So I'm going to do every hole that has a blue circle. You just push it in the hole, grab some hair, and pull it out. However much you want. I feel like that's a pretty good piece because I want it just to look not too chunky, like more natural looking. So find the hole. This is way harder to do with a camera being your mirror, but it's kind of blocking the mirror. So just lightly pull out, or if you want more heavy ones, pull more out. Just go ahead and pull them all. Once you have all the hair pulled through, like I said, I was just doing like this part and about down to here in the back, so it's kind of just like the front like that. You want to pull on them a little bit and make sure that all of it, the pieces are out, so it's not like kind of looped through it. And then you're going to get out a blow dryer. So the highest heat, highest blow, you're going to blow dry to shrink the holes around the hair. This will prevent bleach from seeping through down into the hair and causing like a polka dot underneath the cap. Really shrink the holes. Right, that has shrunk the holes. Like the cap is really hot and it shrinks up the plastic around the hair. It doesn't seal it on it like as far as like you can get the cap off, but it shrinks it so that bleach doesn't seep through. It's like quite warm. Next, we're going to mix the color. I am going to do bleach first, and then we'll tone it out and see what we need to do from there. So, you know, and it is virgin hair since I shaved my head. I haven't deposited color, so that makes a huge difference whether your bleach is going to turn out or not, because if you have grown out color that's kind of faded, you'll get like white hair on top and orange on the bottom, but because it's virgin hair, it should come out all the same color. Okay, so just a little bit of bleach in there, not a ton. And you're just going to pour a little bit of developer and mix it in and see if it's like a good pasty consistency. You might have to add a little more. You don't want too much developer though, because it will leak down the head and make it all runny. That's perfect. It's like a perfect consistency there. See how it's like not leaking off the brush? But we have our bleach all mixed and it's not like leaking. See that, how it's just like a thick gel? I'm just gonna apply it. You want to make sure you get it all over the hair without rubbing too much, because you don't want any to go down into the cap in case any of the holes were not closed off. You really want to make sure it's pasted on there nicely, nice and thick, to make sure all the hair is covered. Put your little bag on and kind of make sure all the hair in the back is covered, and then I just take a bobby pin and make sure you don't go through the actual cap, but clip it like that. We're gonna check the hair in about 15 minutes and see how it's processing, and then go from there as far as how long we're gonna leave it on. Right, it's been about 15 minutes, so it's just like a caramely. It's not as light as I want it, so we're going to cover it back up and let it keep processing. All right, it's been 35 minutes. As you can see, it's still pretty yellow. So we're gonna leave it on a little longer. Yeah, I see that it's still a little too yellow, so a little longer I think is necessary, and then we'll have to use a toner. Okay, so it's been another 15 minutes and it's not really lightening anymore, so it's about as light as it's going to get. And then I'm going to wash it off, and while it's still wet, I'm going to tone it. Show you how to do a toner. You can see it's just like a nice light highlights here, but they're a little brassier, too caramely for me. For a toner, we're going to use 12A. With the same 40 volume, and you want the hair damp, not too wet and not dry, at least half an ounce. So we're squeezing to the half ounce mark. Half an ounce is plenty for toning. And then the same amount of developer, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to measure it. Just going to and mix her up. It's very chemical smelling, very strong. Going to start in the back where I started the color and just kind of brush it down onto them. It can get on other hair It's really not going to do that much to it because it's only going to be on there for a few minutes. And it would take quite some time for toner or this type of a lightener to actually lighten the hair a lot. So it's just going to tone out some of the brassy look. Once you have it all covered, you're only going to leave it on a few minutes. You don't want to leave it on too long. It can turn the hair white or kind of like too white, not really blonde, and kind of ashy. I think it's pretty well covered. So now we just wait a few minutes. Hair down, do a little bit of a French braid or something right here that kind of just maybe goes back a little bit. Then maybe like kind of loosen it up a little. Maybe like pull on it just a touch to loosen it. Get a bobby pin and just push it straight in the back. I feel like my hair just needed some refreshing going on, and this did exactly that. So without cutting it, because I'm trying to grow it out, so you know, I had to do something without chopping it off. And if you're trying to grow your hair, I would suggest maybe adding a little bit of color if it's getting boring to you, because then you're not chopping it, but you're still getting it changed. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed how to give yourself highlights on short hair. That's all for now. Have a great day. Bye.